Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Princess Young Fashions. You are all welcome today. Welcome to our TGIF. Yes, thank God it's Friday. Welcome everyone, welcome. I'm so excited today, and you might be wondering, oh, why is she so excited? What's going on? What's happening today? Today is Friday, guys. Today is Friday, and that is what is happening. Thank God it's Friday, TGIF. If you're a regular here, you would understand what TGIF is and why I'm so excited because today is our party day. It's a catch up day. It's a catch up fun day. Before I start, I'd like to tender my unreserved apologies for Tuesday. I had scheduled this LS on Tuesday, and as usual, ask me a question live stream. And I was hoping to come back, to my studio early enough. But hey, you know, work and everything took me away. And I just was not able to get back to my studio, to my physical studio. So I had to take a few minutes out there where I was at the time that I was supposed to start my LS. I had to take a few minutes there and quickly came out to, start the LS and, start the live stream. And from there, I came back to the studio. By the time I got back to the studio, it was, oh my goodness, it's a story you don't want to hear, all right? So let's just forget about that. And I am sorry I could not stay for a longer period on Tuesday. You know, somehow when I got into my studio, right, I couldn't, while I was out there, you know, when I came out live and I was out there, I could not somehow log into my YouTube studio to do the live stream, to stream live from what I had scheduled earlier on. Was why I had to start another one. But by the time I got back to my physical studio and I went into my YouTube studio, oh my goodness, it was just another story. And I'm so sorry is all I can say to you. Forget about the story. There are just some things that I can't come out, things that have to do with family, and of course, things that have to do with personal uh, things that I cannot come out here to tell you everything, right? Yeah, but that was what happened. But I'm happy that I still came out. I just did not stay for long. I could see some of you were like, what the heck, princess? What happened? What kind of question and answer is that? What kind of live stream is that? I saw one of my friends comment. He was like, Princess, I have a question for you. What the heck? What kind of live stream was that? Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. But sorry, I have a little bit of cold. But you see, we're here today, and hey. So before I start, I'd like to give a bell of blessings to everyone. A bell of blessings to everyone. Thank you all for coming. And please give a thumb up if you are coming in. I can see some people had already been here and they had already given a thumb up. I'll give a shout out in a bit, okay? So if you are hiding behind the bushes, please come out, come out. I'm here. Princess is here. Let's catch up today. And if you are hiding behind the curtains, the stage is open. Please come in now. Yeah, come in now. And if you are hiding behind the commercials, all right, I wouldn't ask you to skip. Do the needful is all I can say. And let's have some fun today. However, if you have any questions, I'm going to use this also as a live stream, bonus live stream in the sense that I could not take questions on Tuesday, right? Because it was such a short one and I streamed from outside. So, if you have any questions for me today, or if you intended to have come on Tuesday to ask me some questions, and because I couldn't take the questions, yes, I'm going to use today as a bonus one. So I'll take the live chats and the catch up and the fun parts here at the same time. Take the questions. So if you have any questions to ask me concerning your channel, or you're having challenges in your channel, or there are some things you don't understand. A lot of things are happening these days, right? Guys, have you guys seen that a lot of things, a lot of changes are happening on YouTube, and it's almost as if it's not easy to catch up with all the happenings, all the goings on YouTube. Yeah. So if you have any questions, or you have something that you want to discuss with me, please feel free and go ahead. And meanwhile, let's have some fun. Yes, I see you. A bell of blessings for you. You are welcome. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Yes, I see you. Yeah, and here we are. Here we are. Am I bright enough? Like I always ask. Am I bright enough? Am I loud enough? Can you all hear me? 1 second. I need to connect. I need to connect this. Ooh, yeah. Before it goes off. Yeah. So yeah, connected. So can you hear me? Am I bright enough? Am I loud enough? Nkechi Cynthia, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming in, and a bell of blessings for you. How have you been? I hope you have been good. I hope all is going well with you. Yeah. Yeah. Nice to see you. Yes, you can hear me. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for confirming. Am I bright enough? Do I need to switch on more lights, or what? Or is everything okay? I just like to ask these questions, because once I start streaming live, I cannot see the true nature of what it is out there. You can only see what you can see. You know how it is. Yes. So this is why I'm always asking if I'm bright enough, or if you can hear me, if I'm loud enough, so that in case you can't, then I'll have to make adjustments. And yeah, so that everything can go smoothly. All right. So having said that, and having set the pace, how is everything with you? How are you? Are you good? How has your week been? Is your channel going well? And how is your family? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is going well with you. I hope you are well. Please do let me know. Do let me know. And we are here to have fun today. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me the questions. Okay. So yes, you are all welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. If you want us to do something else, please go ahead and let me know, and then we can do, we can do all things. Yeah, yeah, we thank God. That's good. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. We can do all things. Yeah, yeah, we can do all things. All right. Yeah. How has it been with you? How was your week? I hope you had a good week. I hope you've had a good week. I hope your week was good. I hope all is going on well with you. Ah, oh dear, dear, dear. Can hear me loud and clear. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay, right. So, maybe I can just take one or two things. Um, just take this opportunity to talk to women. You know, I see a lot of women who, once they get married, they begin to live themselves, and they relax, so to speak. They start, um, some women don't take care of themselves anymore. uh, they, before you get married, like a single woman, for example, before you got married, you were taking care of yourself, you were looking good, you wanted to go to school, you were uh, taking good care of yourself. You were empowering yourself, and you were, doing everything right in order to stay up to standard, in order to keep yourself looking good and all that. Some even exercised, you eat good food. But somehow, when some women get married, they just relax, and it becomes a problem to take care of yourself. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. No, you can't hear. Certain bunny stole your ears. Please let that certain bunny release your ears for you. I know you can hear me loud and clear. you know so as I was saying, they leave themselves and all that. So but once they get married, they leave themselves, and they begin to, some even eat anyhow, because they have to make food for the man. They begin to do, or they just leave themselves. I'm just going to tell you, if you're a woman and you're listening to me right now, a woman is supposed to always take care of herself. See, your husband wants you to take care of yourself. If you're a woman and you are married and you are listening to me right now, you are hearing me right now, your husband wants you to take care of yourself. Do not make that mistake. of saying that because you are already married, therefore you are not going to take care of yourself, or that you're just going to leave yourself because you're married. I hear some people say, oh, my husband likes me like this, my husband likes me like this. And sometimes, if some people watch videos, or they even get lucky and get people who correct them, and they say, oh, no, no, my husband likes me like this, my husband likes me the way who told you your husband likes you the way you are? Your husband wants you to take care of yourself. Despite the fact that you are taking care of everyone in the family, you are taking care of your husband, you are taking care of your children, if you have children already. Even when you don't have children yet, you are, taking care of the home front, and perhaps you are even working. You have a full-time job. You're taking care of everybody else but yourself. Your husband wants you to take care of yourself. And to worsen the situation, sometimes men go out and, start cheating on their wives and become unfaithful and all that and all that and all that. And then you're wondering why this man is going out, or this man is cheating and all that. Perhaps it's because you need to look inwards, you need to check yourself, you need to see if you are still taking care of yourself, or if you have lost the interest to take care of yourself. Some people lose the interest to take care of themselves, right? Maybe due to one thing or the other. If you're listening to me and you're a woman, please don't do that to yourself, okay? I know the men will say, ah, princess, are you talking to only women? Men too. Where are you? Men too should take care of themselves. Don't now leave yourself and start growing pot belly. Your wife does not like the pot belly that you are growing. You start growing pot belly, you start because you're not eating your wife's food. And because your wife is now cooking, or perhaps even you know how to cook very well, because some men know how to cook very well, even cook better than some women, right? Which is a plus, which is good. So even if you know how to cook very well, and you're cooking and you're eating and you're taking care of yourself and all that, don't lose guard. Like my people say, don't lose guard. Don't. You were just feeling safe. You could eat more garbage. Some people just lose guard and start eating anyhow, and then they start growing. The pot belly starts growing, and it starts growing, and it starts growing. And before you know it, the man becomes pregnant. Oh my goodness! Please forgive me, guys. I'm just saying it the way the best way I can, right? So I'm just saying that you should not, because you are now settled down, seemingly settled down, because once people get married, they feel or they think, oh, they are settled down. Therefore, they can do anyhow, they can do whatever they like, they can eat anything they like. Yes, you can eat, you're free to eat anything you like. But remember that physical exercise is also important to your good health, right? You have only one body. I was talking to somebody during the week, and the person was like, "Oh, princess, you look good. You take care of yourself. What do you do? Do you do anything extra?" I said, "Of course, I do things. I do things. I do extra things. You know, to take care of myself. I do things. I exercise myself to take care of myself, and I don't eat anyhow, right? So I eat well, but I don't eat anyhow, okay? Your pot belly is developing a pot belly. So it's like a pot belly is within a pot belly. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh dear. So it's like a pot belly within a pot belly. Mm, it's all right. Do not develop pot belly within a pot belly. I don't think women like that. I don't like that, for example. Sorry, I need to check this thing. Hmm, where did I plug it? Yeah. Is it? Am I bright enough? Is it better like this? So it's like developing a pot belly within a pot belly. Still, before you came in, I had apologized for last Tuesday for what happened on Tuesday. I had scheduled a live stream and I was not able to come back in before the time, and I had to start streaming from wherever I was, right? I had to start streaming from there, but I did not stream for long, and I was not able to log into my studio because the device that I used my laptop to schedule the LS, and of course, I did not have my laptop out there. I could not log into the scheduled one, so I had to start another one. When I got back into my studio, I uh, something happened, and the one I started, I think I must have done that for about 11 minutes or thereabouts, and then it got cut off. So when I got back into my studio, the one that I had scheduled, I just logged on and started it, and then I realized that some things needed to be sorted out. So that was how I just cut it after 3 minutes or thereabouts. It was afterwards I checked into the one that I had scheduled earlier. I saw you, right? What confused you? That confused you. Were you easily confused now? No, you're not easily confused. What confused you? Was it the one that I had scheduled that confused you? Or was it the one that I was streaming on? I didn't see uh, I didn't see you on that other one. Or did I see you? No, I'm not sure. I didn't see any of you there. I think you were looking for me on the other one, the one I had scheduled, right? Yes, you were looking for me then, and meanwhile I had gone ahead to start a fresh one because I needed to, just come out and talk to you guys so that you would know that I was, streaming live. I actually was streaming live. It's just that you guys didn't know I was on that other one. You were waiting for me in this other one here. You thought it was a short that went even shorter. You don't know if I don't know if you don't know if you saw you. Steven, please. I, are you trying to get me confused now? Oh my goodness. Anyways, so that was what happened. So when I came on here, I had apologized first, and I saw the comments that R&B had left me, and it was like, Princess, I have a question. What the heck was that LS for? Or something like that. And of course, Bonnie jumped onto that comment. Trust her. She jumped onto that comment and she had a good laugh. But it's all right. I know my people. My people know me. So, anyways, that was what happened. And today I have said yes, I'm here now, and yeah, I'm here now. Um, okay, if your hobby is doing something, for example, project with the family member and it's not progressing, can you, as a wife, advise him to use another person instead of family? Yes. My sis, yes, for that question that you have asked me, yes, you can. Sometimes when you know, for him to be a hobby and you to be a wife, you are supposed to be a support system for him, right? Which presupposes that you mean well for him, right? Yes, you mean well for your husband. So, if your husband is doing something, maybe a project, maybe business, maybe whatever it is, and is not going well, and from the eye of a neutral person, you have looked into it and you perhaps see that this project that he's doing, perhaps he's doing it with a family member. Maybe it will be better to do it with a neutral person, or with some if they are doing it with a family member and it's not making the progress that it's supposed to be making, right? Of course, of course, you can call your husband and say, oh, this is what I'm suggesting, or this is what I'm seeing. Perhaps this is my suggestion. Why don't you try? Perhaps you could try and use somebody outside to do this project or something, right? If the husband has a, you know, if there is no fight within the home, there are no issues, the husband might pull back and say, oh, why did you make that suggestion? Then you can then tell him, oh, I made the suggestion because this is what I'm seeing, or this is what I'm seeing. He can he yeah, you can make that suggestion, you can advise him like that. Why? Because he's your husband. If anything goes wrong with what he's doing, he's not going to be happy. And if he's not happy, he's also going to affect you as a wife, right? But there is something that some people do that is not entirely correct. For example, some people use some people want to do something and they use their family members to do it. For example, project. What if that person is not qualified? What if that person is not qualified to handle that business proposal? What if that person is not qualified to do that thing? But because the person is a family member, some people will go ahead and use that family member to do that thing. And sometimes family members even try to wreck other people's businesses. Do you know how many projects family members have destroyed for other family members? I am speaking as a neutral person now, and I will tell you the truth. And that is the truth. There are some people who are entirely not happy, with their family members who are making progress with projects, right? And some family members even go ahead to scam their family members. You and I know that these things are happening, right? Yes, these things are happening. So, what is the what why would I give or hand over a project to a family member if I know that that family member may not be able to handle that project the way I want it, right? Or even if I give it to that family member and the project is not making progress, I if I have someone that is close to me and the person is seeing what is happening, is only a lucky person, a blessed person. It's only a blessed person that will see, that will observe what is happening and call that man and say, oh, you see what I'm observing, see what I'm observing. Uh, Maybe you should try and give this thing to someone that is neutral. Because if it's someone that is neutral that is messing up the business, of course, you can call the person and blast the person, right? You can talk to the person. You can call out the person if the person is doing whatever is doing, and the business is not going well. You can call out the person. You can caution the person. You can talk to the person and say, oh, please sit up with this project, you know. Or you, if it's a contract, you take the contract from the person and hand it over to someone who is qualified to handle it, right? But if it's your family member, for example, there are some things that your family member will be doing, and then you'll be thinking, oh, if I talk now, it will be like being hard on my family member. You see, there are some things you will not be able to tell your family member. Sometimes you won't even be able to call out your family member if he has done something wrong, right? You won't be able to call out your family member if he has done something wrong in some occasions, in some situations, right? But if it is a neutral person, if you contract something out to someone and the person does not handle that thing properly, you can call the person out, you can caution the person. Do you get? If you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Okay, if yes, what if the family member comes for you? How can you defend yourself as a wife? Okay, if the family member comes for you, that will mean that your husband has gone to tell that family member that it was you who gave him the advice to lay him off. For example, if a family member, if a husband has employed a family member and the family member is not doing well in a place of work, or is not handling a project well, and you as a wife now decide to call your husband and say, oh honey, I think this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing, and this is my suggestion, and you suggest something to your husband. Your husband, being a man, there are men here, please, if I go wrong, let me know. Your husband, being a man, is not supposed to go and meet your family member and begin to tell your family member, oh, is my wife that told me to lay you off. Do you get? Men, is that how you do it? You unless your husband goes back to that family member and begins to tell your family member that it was his wife that told him, then they will now say, oh, that man is a woman rapper, right? You get? They will disrespect the man. It's not only the wife. They will disrespect the man, and they will disrespect the wife, because it is the man who has now brought that disrespect upon his wife by telling his family member that it was his wife who gave him such an advice. You see, it won't be wise. I am thinking it won't be wise for a husband to go to a family member and say, oh, my wife said I should do this, right? It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right, and it doesn't it's not I don't think it's a very wise yes. You blame everything on the wife. Stephen, no, you're not being serious right now. You are not being serious, and you're not being fair. I'm telling you, you're not being serious right now. You can't blame the wife, right? You're even laughing. This might be someone's problem, right? So um it's not wise. Let's call a spade a spade. It's no, I'm not a man, but if I was a man, if my wife advises me on something, I would I will sit back and take a good look at that thing. I will not go back to that person and say, oh, you see, it was my wife told me that I should sack you. For example, I will not go back to, if I had employed a family member in a job, for example, and the family member is not doing well, and I decide to, lay off that family member. I will not go back to the family member and say, "Oh, it was my wife that told me that I should lay you off." It's not wise. You get? It's not wise. If a wife advises a husband, to take a step back and look at that situation properly, the husband is not supposed to go back to that family member and say, "My wife said." So, if you're asking me, what if that family member comes after the wife? Then it will be the fault of the man, because how did that family member get to know that it was a wife who told him that, or who advised him? You see? So the things that are happening in your home, actually, the things that are happening in the home, actually, why am I holding on to this wire? Please go away and leave me alone. Stop distracting me. The things that are happening in the home, actually, the man is not supposed to be taking it out to go and be discussing with other people out there. Sorry, let me drink some water. I think I should just keep it here. If your wife advises you on anything, you do the opposite. Yeah. If your wife advises you on anything and you decide to do the opposite, that will be because you already know your wife, right? And perhaps you have decided you are not going to take your wife's advice. Otherwise, why would you want to do the opposite if your wife advises you? Yeah? I'm just wondering why. There must be a reason, right? There must be a reason. Otherwise, why would you want to do the opposite? If she advises you in good faith, then you should. I'm not saying listen to the advice, but I'm not saying listen to the advice, and I'm not saying take the advice with a pinch of salt. But I am saying if your wife advises you, sees something going wrong and gives a piece of advice, you should consider the advice. You should look at it and consider if she could be right or not. Yeah, well, you don't have to take it if you don't want to take it. Just kidding. But really, where is everybody today? Oh, I no. Maybe they got angry because I had a very short live stream on Tuesday. But that's it. So we move. All right. Okay. So yeah, that question. So okay, yeah. What do you think? The person he handed over is from the wife's side. Okay. All right. So it even makes it. This is even makes it more whatever. Okay. So the husband handed over the business to is from the wife's family, right? Okay. And the business is not making progress now that he has the business has been handed over to this person from the wife's family, right? Okay. So, and the wife now is advising the husband, uh, since this thing is not making progress, or since things are going this way, why don't you try? Perhaps you could try another hand, or try find someone else from outside of the family and try and see if this thing would work, right? Oh, so it means that the wife could have. giving that advice based on good faith, right? Because why would she want to tell the husband stuff against someone from her own family? So I am thinking that the advice could be a sound advice, right? Not is not out of is not out is not with any malicious intent, or might not be with any malicious intent, as long as the business is not making progress, and as long as, wait, one question, the person that they handed over the business to, is that person qualified to run that business, for example? Question, is that person a qualified hand to run that business? Because sometimes we do things out of emotion. Sometimes we do things out of emotions sometimes, and we could just say, okay, because this person does not have a job, let's give him this business so that he can run that business, and out of the business he can also have his own share, or he'll be paid out of the business and all that. And then the person might not be qualified to handle that business, you see. So if that person is not qualified to handle that business and the business is handed over to that person, it means that that business is not going to do well. Why? Because the person is not qualified to handle that business, right? But if you had given the business to someone who is capable of handling that business, perhaps the business might do better, right? But because of emotions, because of emotional attachment, because this person is family, you see, that's why, these people that run businesses, even people that hand over their businesses to their children, right? That some people hand over their businesses to their children, right? When a man is running a business properly and the child is cool, the man would have started grooming that child to take over the business. A lot of people do it, yes. So the child would have gone to school, the child would have been groomed towards taking over the man's business. A lot of lawyers do this, right? A lot of lawyers do this. They groom their children to take over from them, right? Uh-huh. So if a child is not groomed and a child is not qualified to take over the parent's business, then the parent can as well let a capable hand run that business and let the child be an intern under that capable hand until the child is uh, is old enough or is capable enough to handle the business. But the child must have to prove himself, or the family member must have to prove himself that he'll be able to run such a business. If not, the child is going to run that business down. You know it. The same thing with family members handing over businesses to other family members when you know that they are not capable of handling it, right? Okay. Still is saying it sounds like that man better move to another continent fast before World War III starts in his house. Okay, not from the wife family, but from the wife side of community. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Is about the same thing now. May not be from the wife's family, right? You are saying it's not from the wife's family, but from the wife's community. Yeah. But why did he hand over that business or that project to the person from the wife's community in the first place? Is my question. Is that person qualified to handle that project? If the person is qualified to handle that project, it doesn't matter where the person comes from, whether the person comes from the wife's community or the husband's community or from none of the family community at all, maybe from an outsider. If the person is qualified, then anybody can handle it. But if the person is not qualified, and who recommended that person from the wife's community that is handling that project? Who recommended? Was it by recommendation, or was it the man just woke up one day and decided to give the project to that person from the wife's community? How did he come about handing that project over to him? How has everybody gone for a party or something? What the plan? What's happening? Hmm? How did he come about handling that thing? Mm. How did how did he come about giving that project to that person? Is the person qualified to handle the project, or he just decided to give it to the person? Is the person qualified to handle it, or is something like, okay, is my wife's, this person comes from my wife's community, therefore uh, she'll be able he or she will be able to handle it? Why did that happen? Is my question. Mm. I saw I saw a question just now. A question just popped up, and I'm like, I'm wondering, should I take the question or not? It has to do with relationship as well. The man that is handling it now is doing perfectly good and is progressing, moving so fast. So is the man from any side of the family or any community, any is the person handling it right now from any of the communities that you know, or the person is a neutral person? See, when it comes to business, I might be wrong. When it comes to business or comes to work, anything that has to do with money matters, yielding business, right? Or project or whatever. If you have a family member and you know that your family member is not capable of handling this thing or is not qualified for that matter, go and look for someone who is qualified to handle the project. If your family member has not tried that thing before and is not able, then you have not, the person has not tried it before, and the person does not have experience in that aspect, why would you hand over something that is supposed to be yielding, making progress or yielding profit or making progress in any way? Why would you hand it over to someone with zero experience? Because just because the qualification is because you know the person, or because the person is from your family or your wife's community or your wife's family, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the person is from, as long as the person is able to deliver, right? Yeah, as long as the person is able to deliver. I have seen businesses where, I have worked in an organization before where the daughter of owner of that organization came to that organization, you know, to to serve as an intern, right? The daughter came to serve as an intern in that organization. And look, let me tell you, her father did not treat her. There was no special treatment. There was no special treatment to the daughter. As a matter of fact, if the daughter was not supposed to see the father, the daughter was supposed to be working under another, boss, another another superior, another supervisor, or another manager, right? She was doing what she was supposed to do. She was doing it. And the dad made it clear that as long as they're in this office, everybody has a job to do. And as long as you are doing your job, no problems. But you cannot say, oh, because I'm your father, therefore you have to be behaving anyhow. No way. So he made it clear. So and the daughter was, minding her business, doing her work. As a matter of fact, she was even putting in extra, right? She was putting in extra into what she was doing. Yeah. So that's how it ought to be. You can't say, oh, because uh, my brother owns this business, therefore I have to be behaving anyhow. Or my sister owns this, or my father owns this, or my mother owns this business. Therefore, when they were building that business, where were you? You know what it takes to build something, and only for you to now come in and begin to mismanage it. This is why a lot of businesses collapse, especially in the African community. Yeah, this is why a lot of businesses collapse, because some of the things they do there is man no man. What they call man no man. Because I know this person, I'm going to give this position to the person over the person that is actually qualified to handle that position. And then at the end of the day, that person messes up that thing. It's not supposed to be that way, right? I'd rather I'd rather go and look for your own job out there and all that, rather than coming to your family member to come and be soliciting for a job that you are not qualified for. Gone are the days, right? Okay. Never, okay, still the same, never hire family or friends anytime. I've done that, I had trouble. Exactly, exactly. I had a relation who, let me give you a good example. I had a relation who is running a business, growing the business, right? It's a family business. He set up the business with his wife, and his wife holds a position, and he holds his own position. Everybody is earning their salaries, running it properly as a business. And this person came to the man. I think they were childhood, or they were in school together or something. And he had been looking for a job, and then he had a job, and after a while, I think he lost his job or something. And for 3 years or so many years, he was just there looking for a job, and he couldn't get a job. So when he came to this his friend, well, not friend like that, but old time, that one now said, oh, for old time's sake, and because he wanted to have whatever pity or whatever on him, he wanted to help him. He decided to employ him and created a position for him in that office. and told him, okay, fine, you know what we do here. Go, if you bring in your business, the business, you bring in whatever you bring in, you get your commission, and at the same time, you have your salary. And to the extent that he even promised him that if you bring so target, you get a car, and all that. And they were doing the work. All of a sudden, this guy did the work for a few, he felt, oh, he's now balanced. And this is friend, he's older than this is friend, therefore he's one of the people who is supposed to go and like bring in clients. He rather started trying to poach the clients from behind his friend. And what he did not know is that before he came to that organization, the owner of that organization, that his friend, had already established some, relationship with his clients. So his clients came to tell him that, oh, look at this person that you introduced to us that is working for you. He's coming rather behind. He wants to collect us from you and all that. All his clients came to tell him. So this my relation asked me, "Oh, princess, because I worked in a consulting firm. I'm coming from the consulting space. I've been in the consulting space for a long time, even though I've crossed to the digital space now." And this person came to ask me, "Oh, princess, look. What do you think I should do?" I said, "Well, you know," and he knows that I will give my undivided opinion. I said, "Well, you know what? This person, you took him into your organization because of his condition and because you have known him for some time, because he did not have a job for some time, right?" He said, "Right." I said, "Fine. Was he qualified to handle that position?" He said, "Well, the position required that he will bring in clients, and then he'll get his commission, but at the same time, he was also getting his salary." I said, "Okay, if what he was supposed to do, if he was doing it well and correctly, uh, then it's fine. But if he's not doing it well," he said, "No, that he's not doing it well, that rather he's now going behind to take his client." I said, "Okay, then, if that is the situation, you have to let him off. You have to let him off, because if your clients are not good, and if they don't have a rapport with you, your clients will actually fall for his schemes and his manipulation, right? So let him off. You don't do business, you don't employ people um, based on sentiments. You employ based on qualification and experience, right? If the person is qualified to do that thing, you employ the person. You don't employ the person because the person is your wife's sister, or because the person is from your wife's community. No, you don't do that. Business is business. If you do that, that business will collapse. And you know how long it took you to build that business to that level. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to build a business or to build a project to a certain level. It takes a lot, or to build a profile. It takes a lot. If you have run a business before, you understand what I'm saying. It takes a lot to do that. So, and if you have done that to a level, you will not just hand that business over to just anybody to run it for you. Yeah, that's my take. That is my take. Okay, so what do you think? First, you made a great point. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, that's my take on on the whole situation. I don't know if I should take this question now, or maybe I should take it some other time, because already we've already spent 1 hour here. The question just came in now, and I don't know if I should take it. It might take another 10 minutes to explain that. But okay, maybe I should just take it so that I will take the question, then you give me your opinion. Are you still here? If you're still here, I can take the question. If not, we'll take the question on Tuesday. Should we take the question on Tuesday? Let's take the question on Tuesday. So it will be another topic for discussion so that we'll be able to do justice to that question. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Nkechi Cynthia TV, thank you so much. You've been here since you came in early, and you have been here since. Thank you very much for your support. Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much. Where are all the people? So I can, anyway, I would like to say thank you to everyone who has come in, who came into the chat, who did not come into the chat, who stayed behind the curtains, and all that. So thank you all so much, and thank you for your contributions, Steven Kichi. Thank you so much uh, for your contribution, and thank you for all those questions and all those wonderful comments that you left in the chat. All right. I have cleared myself from what happened on Tuesday. Okay, I have apologized, and yeah, that's it. Yes, today nobody's around anyway. It's all right. Perhaps everybody is getting ready to go out tonight. Maybe some people have birthday parties to attend. Um, like, I'm the only one around, right? All the members of my family, everybody has gone for one thing or the other. Yeah, so I guess that's what is happening out there as well. Yeah, so yeah, thank you all. Thank you all. So I need to close the live stream now. Yeah, thank you so much for being here and for your support. All right, I'll see you again on Tuesday, and please look out for my videos next week. And thank you also for supporting Calm Natural 247. Calm Natural 247 will premiere a video tomorrow and is doing a live stream like every day now. Yeah, she was doing test run for she did a test run 2 days ago. No, yesterday. She started yesterday. Um, with natural environment, right? She was streaming from outside on a natural environment. She did that yesterday and she did that today. So that's another thing that she has introduced in that channel, you know. The channel needs to build up WH in order to monetize again, because uh, yeah, so that's what is happening to her right now. Okay, yeah. Thank you, host. Good night. Thank you so much, Cynthia TV. Thank you very much. Yeah, good night. And a bell of blessings for you and for Stephen and for everyone who had come in earlier on. And for me too, a bell of blessings for me, because I need blessings as well. Thank you, and God bless you. Take care of yourself and have a great weekend. Stephen, have a great weekend as well. Kechi, have a great weekend. And everyone else who has been around, have a great weekend. Night night. Oh, bye bye. Peace out.